right, good evening here, and welcome to the Core Premier Series. We are at a very interesting car track combination here tonight. We are in the Lucas Oil Pro 2 Light Stadium trucks here at the Bristol Dirt Oval track, and this is going to be one exciting race here this evening. Let's go over the starting grid here for heat number 1, and we'll get into the race format here in just a moment, but there will be lots of heat racing here tonight and then a main event later on. But Carl Handwork there gonna start on pole here for the heat number 1. Jeremy Line Watkins in second, Eric Andrews in third, Patrick Cooney in fourth, John Nobinger in fifth, Tim Thompson there in sixth, Mason Smith in seventh, Abi Visavasam in eighth, and Sean Goodwin in ninth, and Wesley Fuller there rounding it out in top 10 of heat number 1. So it's going to be an interesting night here as they make their way onto the grid here, heat racing here in these stadium trucks here at Bristol Dirt. And we'll get started momentarily here. So let's jump right into the race format of the evening here. So a lot of heat racing here tonight. As you can see, we'll have two 10-lap heats here. The top 3 in each heat will advance straight to the main event tonight. After that, there will be, as you can see there, 4 basically consolation races. So the next one will be a 14-lap E-main is what they're labeling it here. The top 2 will advance on to the main. Then after that, we'll have a D-main. Top 2 will advance to the 40-lap main event. And then the C-main, 18-lap main event there. 18-lap heat race there. Top 2 will advance to the A-main. And then finally, the remaining drivers there will have a chance to qualify into the A-main. That is a 20-lap B-main. Top 2 advance to the main. So let me just do a quick little bit of math here. That'll be 5, 7, 9, 11 drivers making it to the A-main here this evening. Plenty of chances to qualify in. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here this evening in this very unique car track combination here. These stadium trucks, anywhere you take these cars, it is a blast to drive. As you can see, Carl Handwork there in that number 18 on the pole. He's going to lead us down to the restart line. And the 71 there, Jeremy Line Watkins starting outside pole. He'll start in second. Patrick Cooney there starting in fourth, and Eric Andrews there starting in third. So we'll see what these top 2 rows can do here once the green flag waves as they've come around the final turn here. Pace truck dives off. We'll get started here with our 8-lap heat race as they do take the green flag. Carl Handwork there off to a not so great start as the outside line gets a great jump. We're going to go 3 wide here through turn 1. As you can see, that is the 44 there, John Nobinger there on the bottom line. He took it 3 wide momentarily. Didn't quite work out. But Jeremy Line Watkins currently stuck on the outside. Who is that? That is Eric Andrews there on the bottom side as he moves up into second place. Looks like so far there, Carl Handwork jumping out to a early lead, but Eric Andrews there in second. But he's currently under pressure from the 001 there of Patrick Cooney, who also becomes under pressure here by that is the 71 of Jeremy Line Watkins. And we can see Line Watkins there get a great run on the outside, and that is one of the things we'll pay attention here in this dirt oval racing. The track very dynamic, so where you see these guys running most of the night here, that track will slick up and they will start to experiment with alternate lines as it doesn't look like that outside line is currently got the speed of the inside line. As we see, that is the 71 of Ryan Watkins. He's going to fall back into 5th place. We see John Nobinger there in that number 44. He's going to look to the inside of the 001 there of Cooney. Going to make a little contact. They're going to keep going here as they take 5 to go here at the line. And let's ride on board Nobinger here as he currently in 4th place as he's chasing down 3rd place there, the 001 there of Cooney. Gonna look to the inside here. Can he make it work? As you can see, just cannot get on the throttle. Get a good exit there as they cross the line. Take 3 to go. And this is going to be a great battle here for 3rd. Now remember that I believe it is the top 2 that advance. So far, Carl Handwerk and Eric Andrews have those spots locked in. But anything can happen here at Bristol as they take the 2 to go there at the line. And we still see Nobinger there trying to make work there on the 001 of Cooney as they're going to head down into turns 3 and 4 here for the second to final time here this evening. And who is that? That is Thompson in the 05, starting to creep his way up in here into the action. But meanwhile, up front here, Carl Handwerk has this race locked in here in heat number 1 as he's going to cross the line here. Coming across the front stretch there, going to take the win for heat number 1. Eric Andrews there going to come in 2nd. He's going to get that final transfer spot. Patrick Cooney in 3rd. And John Nobinger could not make it around there into 3rd, so he's going to finish 4th. And a great heat race we saw there. So let's go over heat race number 2 starting order. We have Daniel Stein starting on pole, Adam Jones in 2nd, Matt Crockett in 3rd, Kevin Foster in 4th, Patrick Shelton in 5th, Jimmy Covert in 6th, Brock Verez in 7th, Dave Lohr in 8th, John Crane in 9th, and Mark Gonzalez there in 10th place. That'll wrap up your starting grid here for heat number 2 this evening. And if you're just tuning in, let's go ahead and check in on the race format of the evening. I do apologize. It was the top 3 that advance here in the heats. So you can see we're going to have 2 10-lap heats. We just completed heat number 1, so we're starting heat number 2 now. And then after that, we'll have 4 consolation races there. And you can see first one starts at 14 laps. The final one there at 20 laps. Top 2 in each of those 4 races advance. So theoretically, we should have 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 drivers there in the main event at the end of the night. It'll be a 40-lap A main there. So some great racing up ahead here. Stay tuned. We're going to start heat number 2 here. Daniel Stein there on the front row along with Adam Jones. Is there anything Adam Jones can do here? As we've seen that bottom line be the dominant line here this evening. But here at Bristol Dirt, that track is very dynamic on these dirt ovals. We'll see that bottom line start to slick up, and potentially the drivers will start to experiment here with the track this evening. All right, lights are off the pace truck, so we're going to get going this time around. Daniel Stein there in that 87 Jegs machine. He's going to lead us up to the start. Looks like that outside line got going much better than the inside as Adam Jones coming around the outside. We'll see if he can get a good exit here out of turn 2. As you can see, they're 3 wide on further back. And a great battle here between these top 2 as they are bumping and rubbing but not wrecking each other, as it looks like Daniel Stein there going to get the better exit. But they will stay 2 by 2 here all the way back through 5th spot. And we're actually going to go 3 wide here as we go down into turn 3. And we have a new race leader. That is Kevin Foster there in that number 8. He's moved up into the lead as they are currently battling here. These top 4 putting on a great show for us tonight. And it looks like Adam Jones there in that 46. He's going to look to the inside. That is the pole sitter Daniel Stein that gets knocked back to 4th position. And now Kevin Foster there in that American flag number 8. He's going to look to the high side. That is the 04 of Patrick Shelton. Now looking to advance up into the 2nd spot as Kevin Foster there in that number 8. He's going to take the lead. And we've got a new 2nd place person there. That is the 04 of Patrick Shelton as he does make it around Kevin Foster. And now he looks to do work here on the race leader, Adam Jones, as he's going to look to the inside. Oh, we see him have to check up there as he over-rotated the car. Or truck, I shall say. But they're going to keep going here. Going to take 4 to go here at the line. Can Patrick Shelton make a run here at Adam Jones as they approach the 2nd half of the race here in heat number 2? And it looks like the battle here is going to be between the top 2 currently here in heat number 2. That is going to be the 46 of Adam Jones, currently your race leader, out in front of the 04 of Patrick Shelton as they take the white flag this time around in heat number 2. It is going to come down to the last lap here as Patrick Shelton looks to put the pressure on Adam Jones as he makes a last-ditch effort down there into turn 3. Not going to make it work. So Adam Jones is going to take home the race win here in heat number 2. Patrick Shelton going to come home 2nd. And in that final transfer spot this evening, we have the number 8 there of Kevin Foster. So the rest of the drivers here will move on to one of the 4 consolation races this evening where the top 2 will advance. All right, your starting order here for the E main. We have Dave Lohr on pole, Sean Goodwin in 2nd, Matt Crockett in 3rd, Wesley Fuller in 4th, and John Crane will round it out there in 5th. And if you're just tuning in with us here, this evening. Let's go over the race format. We've just completed the first 2 heats of the evening, and 6 drivers have advanced to the A main, the final event here, the 40 lap main event. And now we are starting the E main there, where we'll do 14 laps, and the top 2 will advance straight to the 40 lap feature. All right, the pace truck will dive off this time around. We'll get started here with the E main. These 4 drivers here fighting for the top 2 spots to transfer into the main event tonight. Sean Goodwin there on the bottom side. He's going to lead us to the restart line, and Dave Lohr on the outside looking to take away the lead here as they take the green flag this evening. And it looks like Dave Lohr there in that number 17, he's going to come out ahead, but Sean Goodwin there looking to the bottom side. They make contact as they go through turns 3 and 4, but they're going to keep going. These stadium trucks are a blast to drive anywhere you take them, and a little contact is okay. As you can see there, more contact as they go through turns 1 and 2. And it looks like Dave Lohr is going to come out ahead, but look at John Crane now up into 2nd place there, as he's currently chasing down your race leader Dave Lohr there. Let's ride on board John Crane as he takes us around a lap here at Bristol Dirt in these stadium trucks. And you can see the slick line that has developed there on the bottom side. You'll see these guys start to travel around the track, start to experiment where the grip is. Is it going to be lower down on the bottom there like you see John Crane, or is it going to be up high there toward the cushion as the 17 Dave Lohr gets a great exit? So that tells me that top line is working. But John Crane going to do everything he can here to get up along the bottom side there of Dave Lohr as they head down into turns 1 and 2 here. 10 to go this time by. And we've got a new challenger entering the picture here. That is the number 10 of Matt Crockett, turning some very quick laps as he's now caught the race leader there as he looks to make a pass on the outside. That is on John Crane. That'll be for 2nd. Ooh, as we see Crane throw a block. Can Crockett here pull a classic dirt track oval slide job? He doesn't do it there through this turn, setting himself up for the next turn. Tell you, I want to ride on board Matt Crockett here as he's in 3rd, chasing down race leader Dave Lohr and John Crane there in 2nd. Well, we see a mistake there out of the number 17 Dave Lohr, a race leader. That's going to allow John Crane down to the bottom side. Now it's going to be a drag race out of turn 2. Looks like Dave Lohr's going to fall all the way back to third here if Matt Crockett can make it by. He does there into second place. John Crane getting into the outside. And Matt Crockett there going to move up into the race lead as he is working the bottom side of the track there. Oh, the 17 of Dave Lohr going to make contact with John Crane, but they're all going to keep going as John Crane gets a great run here on the inside. He's going to look to the bottom of Matt Crockett. They are going to be too wide here as they enter turn 3 and 4. Going to take 4 to go here at the line. It's going to be a drag race here toward the end of this race here in the E main. Top 2 advance. These guys are fighting like they're fighting for that final transfer spot, but they may not know that they both have made it through here to the A main. But that is the racer spirit here as we'll ride on board Matt Crockett as he tries to chase down our race leader, the 199 there of John Crane, as we have 3 to go here as they come out of turn 2. Oh, we're going to see Matt Crockett here get a great run out of turn 2. Going to take it to the inside. And it looks like Matt Crockett is going to lead this lap here as they take 2 to go. John Crane all the way up against the wall there, riding that cushion as they come down the back straight. Going to come through turns 3 and 4 here. Going to take the white flag here in the E main. And they make a little contact there on the exit of turn 4. They're both going to keep going here. So far, as it finishes right now, Matt Crockett and John Crane will advance to the feature event here tonight, but it's going to be a drag race. These guys are fighting for the win here as the number 10 there, Matt Crockett, going to look to the outside. John Crane on the inside, and it is going to be down to the wire, and looks like Matt Crockett going to take home the race win here in the E main, and John Crane coming in second, going to take home that final transfer spot to the feature event. All right, let's bring up the starting order here for the D main tonight. That is Brock Verez there on pole, Mason Smith in second, Mark Gonzalez in third, Abi Visavesam there in fourth, Matt Crockett in fifth, and John Crane in sixth this evening. And if you're just tuning in with us, let's go over the race format. We have wrapped up the 2 heat races here this evening. We had 6 drivers advance. We just finished the E main there, top 2 advanced, and now we are starting the D main this evening. 16 laps here, top 2 will advance to the 40 lap A main. All right, the pace truck will dive off this time. We'll get started here with the D main tonight. Brock Verez there in that number 94 Milwaukee machine. He's going to lead us down to the start here. But can the number 6 there, Mason Smith on the outside, give anything give a challenge here to the race leader as they go down into turn one. And we see the 88 there of Mark Gonzalez. He's going to move up into second as they exit turn two. But Mason Smith out there on that high side, he's determined to make that outside line work. And if you're just tuning in with us here, we have a multi-heat racing format here. So a lot of the drivers have already advanced to the feature event tonight. So these drivers are trying to race their way into the feature. As you can see, they're going to be 3 wide as they head down into turn one. Mason Smith there in that number 6. He's on the outside. Currently out front, Brock Perez running away with the race lead here. We've got a great battle here. This is the battle for second. As the 88 there, Mark Gonzalez, looks like he gets a better run through the turn 4 there as they head down into turn 1 now. But Mason Smith determined to make that outside line work. They're going to be 3 wide here as they head down into turns 3 and 4. We see the number 10 there of Matt Crockett all over the rear end there of the 88 of Mark Gonzalez. And we'll see how patient he is here as they head down, and they're going to take 11 to go at the line. You see Mason Smith there looking to make his way into third. Remember, top 2 here this evening in the E-Main will advance to the main event. Currently, Brock Perez there holds the top spot, and it looks like maybe his teammate there, the 88 of Mark Gonzalez, is currently in that second and final transfer spot this evening. But Matt Crockett looking to take the challenge here to Gonzalez. Oh, and we've actually got a battle for the race lead. That is Mark Gonzalez on Brock Perez as they head down into turns 3 and 4 here. And I tell you, it is harder to tell which line is quicker here, that inside line or the outside line. As you can see, the whole middle of the track there currently slicked up. And it looks like multiple race grooves here opening up tonight. As you can see, we're going to have a 3-way battle for the lead as they take 8 to go that time by. And the 94 there of Brock Perez going to look to the inside. Oh, Matt Crockett makes contact there through turn 4. It looks like everyone's going to stay going here, but the 88 of Mark Gonzalez now out front. The 94 of Brock Perez looking to regain the lead as they head down into the turn. They're going to take 6 to go this time by. Let's ride on board third place Matt Crockett here as he looks to take away that final transfer spot from the 94 there of Brock Perez. And Matt Crockett there is going to take away that spot, and it looks like Mason Smith also taking away the third place position as we saw a bit of a mistake there out of the 94. Have a great battle. This is the battle for fourth here as the 94 of Brock Varez looks to overtake the 6 of Mason Smith there. As they're going to head down in the turn in the 199 there of John Crane going to slide up to the inside. Is he going to be able to save it? Oh, he's going to make contact. 2 to go this time by. We're going to stay 2 wide here. The 94 of Brock Varez and the 6 of Mason Smith. And Mark Gonzalez is going to cross the line here and take the white flag tonight. He's currently about half a second in front of Matt Crockett, who holds that second and final transfer spot. But the battle right here for third is a great one. As you can see, Mason Smith on the outside, the 94 there, Brock Varez on the inside. They're going to race 2 wide as they head down through the final corner for the final lap. And it looks like Mason Smith is going to take home third there right in front of the 94 of Brock Varez. But unfortunately, that is not enough as Matt Crockett holds that second and final transfer spot there in front of Mark Gonzalez. But all the rest of the drivers here will have an opportunity to race their way in here this evening. We have on pole here in the C main, I believe it is. Yes, the C main. John Nobinger there starting on pole. Daniel Stein in second. Tim Thompson in third. Jimmy Covert in fourth. Jeremy Lyon Watkins in fifth. Mark Gonzalez will be in sixth. And Matt Crockett there in seventh. All right, it'll look like the 87 there of Daniel Stein will lead us down to the restart here for the C main here tonight. Top 2 will advance on to the feature event. Like we may have extended the start of the race here by an additional lap. That does look to be the case. So we'll do one more by here, just so the guys can get gridded up here properly and lined up. It looks like our John Nobinger did not make it to the race start this evening in that number 44. So you can see there he's showing a lap down on the timing board. He did not make it to the start. All right, lights are off the pace truck this time by. So Daniel Stein there out front in that Jegs machine. He's going to lead us down to the start. The 05 of Thompson, as you can see there on the inside, he'll be in second. And the 14 of Jimmy Covert there in that orange car, or orange truck, I should say, will be in third. Right, we'll look on the rear cam here of Daniel Stein as they head down and take the green flag here. Oh, just kidding. They're going to do one more this time by. You can see they're going to do one more pace lap. Even though iRacing threw the green flag, they are choosing to do a pace lap here. I believe that is just to settle out the starting order, since we had a driver that could not make it down to the grid here. So they're going to go around here. This will count as a green flag lap, but they will get started in one more lap to go here. All right, they are underway. As you can see, the 87 there of Daniel Stein on the bottom, and that is the 05 of Thompson up top, as they look to battle it out here for first and second. Too wide on behind them there. That is the 14 of Jimmy Covert moving his way up there. And they're going to be 2 by 2 on back behind the leader here as they head down into the next corner. That is the 14 of Jimmy Covert, who's going to advance up into the second place position, but the 05 there of Thompson not giving up on the outside, determined to make that outside line work. And I do apologize there, the timing scoreboard is a little bit off. It's showing John Nobinger there in that 44 as the race leader, but I do believe that is a mistake. Oh, it looks like they're going to make contact as they head down the straight there. But currently Dan Stein out front there in that number 87 machine, as he's going to cross the line, take 12 to go this time by. Great battle here. This is for third as the 71 of Line Watkins looks to the outside of the 88 of Gonzalez. Let's ride on board second place driver here. This is Tim Thompson as they cross the line, take 11 to go at the line here. He's looking to chase down the 87 there of Daniel Stein, current race leader. And we see a pass there for a second. That is the 88 of Mark Gonzalez. He's going to move up into the second place position, but the 05 there of Thompson not ready to give up quite yet as he looks to the inside. And Daniel Stein this time around is going to take 7 to go here at the line. You see a great battle heating up. This is for third as Tim Thompson currently under pressure from the 71 of Line Watkins as they take 6 to go this time around. Oh, and we will have our first full flag caution here in one of the heat races. And I do believe that is just to get the timing correct. As you can see there on the timing screen, John Nobinger showing in the race lead, but that is incorrect as he was a lap down when the race started. So they're going to get the starting order here figured out. But Daniel Stein there in that number 87 should be our race leader once they get this sorted out, and we should have a nice green-white checkered attempt here for the finishing result here of the consolation C main race this evening. All right, looks like they have gotten the starting order here figured out for this consolation race, as Daniel Stein is currently in the race lead. The 88 there of Mark Gonzalez in second, and Tim Thompson in third, as we're going to get started here for a little 2-lap shootout here to the finish here. Top 2 drivers here in this consolation race will make it through to the feature event tonight. Can the 05 there of Tim Thompson put any pressure on the second place Mark Gonzalez and take away that final transfer spot? That's what we're all going to be glued into as the pace truck does pull off. Daniel Stein here going to lead us down to the restart. 2 to go as they head down through turns 1 and 2 here. Looks like the battle is going to be back here for third. As you can see, the 71 of Jeremy Lyon Watkins looking on the inside there. The 05 of Tim Thompson as they go down into turns 3 and 4. The 44 of Nobinger entering the picture there as well. But oh, do we have a battle for the lead here as we take the white flag. That is the 88 of Gonzalez looking to make a move for the consolation win here as he looks to the inside of Daniel Stein. This is going to be down into the last corner, last lap. Can he make it stick around the bottom? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to, so Daniel Stein will take home the heat win here, and Mark Gonzalez will come home in second and take away that final transfer spot this evening. All right, up at next in our next heat on pole, we have Carl Handwerk there. Starting on pole, we have Adam Jones in second, Eric Andrews in third, Patrick Shelton in fourth, Patrick Cooney in fifth, Kevin Foster in sixth, Daniel Stein in seventh, and in eighth there we have Mark Gonzalez. And I do apologize, I called this the heat, but this is actually the final event here this evening. As you can see, we only have 8 drivers in the final event here this evening. Carl Hanwork, they're going to start on pole. Adam Jones in second. Eric Andrews in third. Patrick Shelton in fourth. Patrick Cooney in fifth. Kevin Foster in sixth. Daniel Stein in seventh. And in rounding it out there in eighth, that final transfer spot he made it in is Mark Gonzalez. So we're going to have 8 drivers here in the final event this evening. And this is going to be an exciting one. 40 laps here at Bristol Dirt here in these stadium truck Pro 2 light trucks. It is going to be exciting. As you can see, the track has already changed a ton since we started here this evening. That bottom middle line starting to slick up. We see more drivers running the top, some trying to run around the apron there. It's going to be exciting once we get going here. As the pace lights are off the pace truck, it'll dive off this time around. And we'll get started here momentarily for 40 laps here at Bristol Dirt. We're going to see the pace truck dive off this time by Carl Hanwork there in that number 18 Joka Graphics Pro 2 Stadium truck on the inside. He's going to lead us down to the green flag. Adam Jones there in that U-Haul Stadium truck on the outside. As you can see, Adam Jones getting the better start as they head down into turn 1 and 2. The number 9 there of Eric Andrews, he's looking to capitalize here and take the bottom into second as Carl Hanwork blocks off the bottom side there. They're going to be too wide here as they head around and complete the first lap here this evening. 39 more to go. And it is very tight as they're going to make contact there. It looks like Adam Jones trying to go around the outside. Adam Jones is going to slot in there to the second position as Carl Hanwork still out front, but the 9 there of Eric Andrews is not giving up as he looks to the inside. Oh, we've got contact back further back. That is the 001 there of Patrick Cooney as he actually makes contact there with the pit entrance wall. And we will stay green here as we now have a battle for second. That is Eric Andrews down on the bottom side in that number 9 looking to pass the U-Haul Adam Jones there. Adam Jones going to do a switchback here. Doesn't have the momentum that he needs, so the 9 of Eric Andrews will move up into second place. Let's ride on board third place Adam Jones here as he tries to regain that second place position from Eric Andrews. You can see Eric Andrews there. I'm sorry, Adam Jones under pressure from the 04 of Shelton as well as he looks to battle Eric Andrews for second. You see the 04 there of Shelton moving up to the rear bumper of Adam Jones. He's going to be putting the pressure on here for third. You could throw a blanket over the top 4 here as they battle it out. as we just completed lap 7 here of 40 in our main event. Oh, see, that is second place Eric Andrews there getting into the outside wall. Doesn't look like it slowed him down too much as he's able to keep going. But we see the 04 there of Shelton running a very different line and making up a ton of ground here on Adam Jones. Looks like Shelton there. He's going to take a peek down the inside. Can he get a better run here off of the corner? Down the front straight. Looks like the 04 of Shelton going to take away the third place position there from Adam Jones, who we know is very quick here, and most of the cars we throw at him, and he's going to slot back into fourth there. Meanwhile, up front here, the battle for the lead. Carl Hanwick running away with it, sort of, as he only has a 0.3 of a second lead back to second place Eric Andrews. So let's ride on board Eric here as he chases down our race leader. We saw there momentarily, it looked like second place driver Eric Andrews was taking a peek up the inside of Carl Hanwick, our race leader. But we see lap traffic there, the 001 of Patrick Cooney starting to come into play as he's going to go a lap down. The 9 of Eric Andrews also going to make it by, but he is right in sight here of our race leader as they take the line. 24 to go this time around. Looks like that last time around, both Carl Hanwick and second place driver Eric Andrews there ran the same exact lap time. We'll see what they run here as they cross the line, but these two are very close in speed. It looks like second place Eric Andrews there is only going to be 0.02 of a second quicker than race leader Carl Hanwick, but we still have over half of the race remaining here. Is 22 to go at the line. Oh, we saw Eric Andrews there look to the inside, over rotate the truck, have to get out of the throttle there, and that's gonna make him lose a couple of tenths there off of the race leader, and the 04 of Shelton there in third place starting to catch back up now. We see Eric Andrews there now all over the rear of Carl Hamwork, trying to force a mistake out, as it looks like that bottom line is the quickest line around the track now. He's going to look to the inside here. This is a pass for the race lead as Eric Andrews looks to the inside. Can he get a better exit here out of turn 4? They're going to be neck and neck as they head down into turns 1 and 2. We'll see what that outside line can do. This is the first time we've seen Carl Hamwork up on the outside. Doesn't look like he lost too much time there. Carl Hamwork is going to slot down into second. Eric Andrews there going to take the race lead, but no, Carl Hamwork does a great crossover there as he looks to the inside. Oh, they're going to make contact there as they come out of turn 2. And with these guys bumping and banging up here up front, that's going to make it a 4-way battle for the race lead here as Adam Jones catches up. And they're going to be too wide as they head down into the next corner. Can the 04 of Patrick Shelton get around second place driver Eric Andrews there as they head down the back straight? See Carl Hamwork there forced back to the outside. Can he make that outside line work? So far, he is doing better than any driver we've seen here tonight run that outside line. As you can see, he's getting a great exit out of the corners, a lot of momentum down the straights, but Eric Andrews does continue to put the challenge on there from the inside. We're going to cross the line this time, take 14 to go. These top 2 drivers right here putting on a show. That's Eric Andrews, currently scored in the race lead. Carl Hamwork going to move back to second. Can he do a little crossover here? As he looks to the inside, momentum is not there, but that'll allow the 04 of Shelton there to get right up on the backside there of Carl Hamwork and challenge him for second. And we see Adam Jones here look to the inside of the 04 of Patrick Shelton. He's going to try to take away that 3rd place position. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it there. He's going to slot back into 4th, but Kevin Foster back here in the 5th place position has now caught up to these guys, and also the 88 of Mark Gonzalez. So we have actually 6 drivers here all together here as we enter the final portion of the race here this evening, the main event. And Carl Hamwork regain the lead here from the 9 of Andrews. Time will tell as we're going to take 10 to go here at the line. And we see Carl Hamwork here on the inside. Is he going to be able to make a pass as they go down into turn 1 and 2 here? It looks like he's going to get a great exit out of the corner there. They're going to cross the line, take 9 to go here, and it's going to be too wide as we see the 04 of Shelton also enter the picture there on the bottom side. They're going to be 3 wide potentially. No, Shelton does fall back there. But Carl Hamwork down on the bottom side, he has the preferred line here through the corner. But Shelton here going to make it 3 wide as they cross the start-finish line there. Take 8 to go. Now Hamwork's under pressure. Oh, they're going to stack up behind him there. It looks like the 04 Shelton got turned around. He's going to lose out there, but we still got a great battle here for first and second. But that will bring out the first caution here in the main event this evening. Let's go back and take a look at that. We're looking at the 04 of Shelton there, that white truck on the bottom side. As you can see, he just over rotates it. Adam Jones gets into the back of him, and it, oh no, it looks like he does flip over. Is he able to get it back the way he needs to, flipped around there? That, my friends, was impressive. It looks like he got it flipped around. Did he get it hung on the wall? He did, unfortunately. But a great effort there from him. But unfortunately, he'll be out of the race here this evening. But we've got plenty of action up front here as we're going to have about 3 laps remaining once we get going green. And we know the top 4 or 5 drivers here this evening are very close in speed. It's going to be a wild finish here this evening in our main event. All right, lights are going to go off the pace truck this time by. We'll get restarted here. This time by, can Eric Andrews there in that number 9 hold off the very fast Carl Handwork in that number 18, who's going to be looking to regain the lead as he led most of the laps here this evening. But Adam Jones there in that number 46, we can't rule him out. He has been there all evening long and currently going to start in the bottom lane there, as we know that bottom side is currently the dominant lane. But Eric Andrews here going to lead us down to the restart line, going to take the green flag. Carl Handwork getting a great jump on the outside. We'll see if he can keep that momentum going as they head down 2 to go here this time by. Looks like Adam Jones is still going to be there. Not quite. Is he going to make contact with Carl Handwork? They're going to keep going. Can Carl Handwork here get a great exit out of the turn? White flag this time by. It's going to be a 3-way battle here for the finish. And Carl Handwork get a great run here out of the corner. Further back, we've got some great 2-wide racing as well. That's Mark Gonzalez with the 8 of Kevin Foster. Oh, Adam Jones going to look to the inside. Can he make it stick? As it's going to be a drag race for second. They're going to make contact, but Eric Andrews going to take home the race win. Carl Handwork going to come in second, and Adam Jones there going to finish in third. Mark Gonzalez will take it home there in fourth. Kevin Foster will come home in fifth. Daniel Stein in sixth, and Patrick Cooney seventh, and Patrick Shelton in that final position there, as he was unfortunately involved in that incident, flipped over and wasn't able to get the car unstuck, so he will finish it out there in eighth. All right, we'll give them just a moment here to do their celebrations, burnouts, and then we'll try to get a word with our top 3 this evening. Just a few more moments here as we wait for everyone to make it up into the booth here. Trying to get a word with our top three this evening. And it doesn't look like we have Adam Jones currently in the booth. So we'll go ahead and try to get a word here with second place finisher. We've got Carl Handwork up here in the booth. Hey, Carl, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Hey, Carl, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you, buddy.
Hey, man, congratulations on that second place finish here this evening. That was one heck of a battle you and Eric had there throughout the second half of the race. I tell you, these stadium trucks here at Bristol, they look like they are a blast. We saw you start out front. Looks like you slid back there into second. Did you think you had anything for Eric there in that second half of the race?
I did. I think if we had a little longer run in the second half, I definitely could have at least got under him because it felt like for the most part he was a little bit quicker in, but I was quicker off, so we were kind of evened out. So the other thing was it almost seemed like the truck that was in second kind of always had the advantage. It's kind of how it was last year when we did this pretty much exact same race here, because you can watch the guy in front of you, and you could also go with the bump and run, which is what I did the one time when I got underneath him. You just shove him into the corner, gives him a little extra speed, and you can kind of duck underneath him. So I could have had probably a couple more moves in the bag if I had some more laps, but it's bittersweet. I wanted to win. This was definitely one I was looking forward to, but I guess I'll just keep racking up these second places and eventually break through.
Hey, well, I think it's still going to be a great points night for you here. I believe you came into the this round here in the points lead here in the Premier Series. So coming home second is going to be another great points night for you. But put on a great show here, and I'm almost curious to see here. You guys were running the Pro 2 lights here. It looked like the bottom line was the dominant line. I'm just curious. Have you run the higher horsepower version of these trucks around this track? And I'm just wondering if that outside line ever opens up in those.
Yeah, in the Pro Twos and in the Pro Fours, it opens up a little bit, but um, we found that these are kind of a nice fit, and they're free, so that that helps usually get a bigger field out here too. Um, but yeah, I mean it's one of those things where you have to you have to go with maybe some bump and runs, or you have to go with diving in there, or hoping a guy makes a mistake to kind of make the passes. When you get the higher horsepower, like I said, the regular Pro 2s or the Pro 4s, it opens up a little bit, but not as much as you would hope, and it's just about the same thing with just a little bit more of a chance of spinning the wheels through the corner or not getting a good drive off. It's if anything, it can bog down more on you. So you have to be a little more cautious of the throttle input. Um, but line wise through the corner, it's just about the same.
Gotcha. Well, some great insight there from our second place driver here, Carl Anwork, here tonight. Hey, while you're here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just a shout out to all the guys in here that make this work every week. It's fun racing with these guys. Whether it's in a race that we're putting on in one of the leagues or in officials, whatever. These guys are awesome. Sponsor wise, I want to thank Joka Graphics for the paint scheme and everything that he does over there. You're looking for a paint scheme, he does anything and everything and whatever you want, and he'll make it look nice. Woodnickel Woodworking, Raise Energy, you guys over there, Soak Tires Broadcasting, do a great job every week with everything that you cover for us. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the second place finish tonight. As we head into next week, just gonna check the schedule because I got to be honest, I love this series. Different car track combination every week. Oh, this is interesting. You guys head
Yes,
to Daytona next week in the V8 Supercars, and I'm assuming that is the oval Daytona and not the road. Is that
you
correct?
would be correct. Yep, you would be correct. If that doesn't make sense, no. Yep, that's what we're doing.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, that is a bit odd, but hey,
uh,
I'm all for it. I think some of the most wild options you can pair up here in iRacing produce some of the best racing. Like my personal favorite is actually these stadium trucks on road courses.
yep,
I think
we've done
I
that before
think
too.
yeah,
Yep.
it's a blast. So I love it when you guys just pair up, unique track car combinations, and I'm looking forward to next week. So hopefully we'll be talking to you maybe in Victory Lane next week.
Yeah, it'd be nice to finally break through, get that win, and lock myself in the playoffs. But for now, I'll just settle for best of the rest, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations. That'll do it for second place driver there, Carl Handwerk this evening. And now we'll try to get it. It does look like we have Adam Jones here, so we'll get a word with our third place driver here this evening. We have Adam Jones up in the booth. Hey, Adam, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Hey Kevin, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. Congratulations on the third place finish here tonight. It was a tight battle there between the top five most of the race this evening, but this looked like a unique car track combination here to get right. I'm not sure. Got to ask you, as you were heading here into this race this evening, how much dirt experience did you have, and did it transfer over here in this unique stadium truck dirt oval combination?
I don't really have any dirt experience to be honest with you, but this track it doesn't run quite like a dirt track, so it's not too big of a jump.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's one thing we noticed here. It looks like the bottom side here tonight was pretty dominant. We saw a couple times that outside line looked like it may have been coming in, but it looked like really just when they were battling too wide. But it looked like the bottom side was dominant here this evening. Is that what you experienced there in the truck this evening?
Yeah, you could run the high side, but it wasn't you weren't going to pass anybody. All you could really do was just kind of hold everybody off for a few laps, but you weren't going to make any ground up there. So it just made it throw it in the bottom and the only way you could really pass was just to kind of bump somebody out of your way, and I don't really like that kind of racing, but it's Bristol.
That's right. It is Bristol. So I got to ask. Do you prefer this or do you prefer the GT3 road racing series more?
Oh, you give me that GT3 car any day.
That's what I expected to hear because we've seen you pretty dominant there out front in most of the GT3 series races, and this just looked like a challenging car track combination for most everyone here tonight. But you're going to bring it home in third this evening. Hey, while you're here, anybody want to give a shout out to?
Uh, uh, Patrick Shelton, he had some bad luck there. Jeremy Watkins, my teammates, both those guys kind of had bad luck tonight, but we'll keep digging and get one at some point this season.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight. Good points night for you here in the Premier Series. And hey, I think we have an off night tomorrow in the GT3 series. I have to confirm. I'll be honest, I'm not very
Yeah, we do.
prepared. Okay, so I'm glad you confirmed that for me. But hey, next Monday, I'm looking forward to seeing you out there in those GT3 cars and putting on a challenge for the win.
Yep, it'll be a lot of fun. Thanks for the broadcast, man. We'll see you then.
Absolutely. Take care. All right, that'll do it for third place driver Adam Jones. Now we'll try to get a word here with our race winner this evening. We have Eric Andrews up in the broadcast booth. Hey, Eric, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, man,
Yep.
congratulations on the win this evening. I tell you, it was impressive there. The pass you pulled on Carl Handwerk for the race lead. You guys battled it out there for quite a few laps, and this was something special here tonight. But you ultimately walk away with the win. Gotta ask, how did you find the speed here in these low horsepower stadium truck cars? We saw the track starting to slick up there, and it looked toward the bottom middle line, and it looked like you were able to just find the grip around the bottom there and make it around them.
Yeah, I was sitting there, I was working a little bit, in practice, and it's just a deal. If I was using the banking, coming down off the banking, it would just get you some speed going down in there, and just getting your left side tires just a little bit lower than everybody else was, and it just gave you that extra little grip. And then the longer you got to the run, you'd start to drift up if you dove in like that. And so I just let off just slightly off the throttle and then get back on it and gave me a nice drive off. And that's where, I started catching Carl and I was like, man, I said, it's just a matter of time. I'm going to have him set up. I'm going to get him. And I finally got the good run and got underneath of him, was able to get the pass. And that in the end of the things that turned out to be what got me the win. So, I mean, he raced me clean. It was fun racing with him, and everybody else. And but man, it feels great to finally get another win here in the core.
Absolutely, and you put on one heck of a show here. That I tell you that battle you had there with Carl Handwerk was something special, and you could really throw a blanket over the top five here tonight in those closing few laps. So you guys put on one heck of a show here this evening. You're going to come out with the race win though, and that's what matters. But hey, while you're here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Well, thanks for you at the broadcast. Obviously, Carl with everything he does for Core and everybody else that does everything for Core, Raise Energy, Vision. Man, just everybody for watching, everybody for coming out tonight. It's that was a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun right there. Even more fun when you get in the victory lane. So.
I can only imagine. I love these trucks personally myself. I think no matter where you throw them, it puts on some excellent racing, and you made it work tonight, took home the race win. But I gotta ask, we head into a unique car track combination next week. We actually head into the V8 supercars at the Daytona Oval. So gotta ask, how do you feel heading into that week?
Oh, it's gonna be a crapshoot. It's gonna be. I mean, yeah, it's anytime you take a different car to Daytona, it puts everybody together on the oval, and it's just yeah, anybody can win. It's gonna be should be a lot of fun. Should be great for the fans to watch. Should be a lot of action. Probably a lot of pissed off drivers, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I definitely would tune in. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on taking home the race victory tonight. Well deserved. Great action all night long. Great pass there for the lead. Taking home the race victory, and that's ultimately what matters here as we head into a wild card next week. The V8 Supercars at Daytona. I think that may be a race of survival there, as you mentioned. Anybody can win it, but hopefully we'll be able to talk to you next week as well.
All right, so yeah, let's see what we can do next week. Let's give her a shot. That's for sure.
All right, that'll do it for our race winner here this evening. Eric Andrews taking home the victory here in round 5 at the Pro 2 Lights at Bristol Dirt. And next week, round 6, we'll head into Daytona with the V8 Supercars. You're not going to want to miss that one. It's going to be an interesting race for sure. And thank you all for tuning in here at Soak Tires Broadcasting. And again, thank you all to the Core Premier Series for putting it on, and all the sponsors out there this evening. Raise Energy, Wood Nichols Woodworking, and Joka Graphics there putting on the show here this evening. Great companies there. Check them out if you haven't. But that'll do us here for this round 5 of Core Premier Series. We'll be back next week at Daytona.